Hello everyone, I'm Overhaul and this is my lovely assistant Crystal. Hi. And today we are reviewing Rwby Volume 6 Chapter 10, calling Stealing from the Elderly. Well, elder in this case being Caroline, but who really cares? So yeah, let's get on with this review. Okay. So yeah, in this chapter we get the whole heist we got. So the basic plan of is get Wise on a ship, have her defeat the two pilots that flying her, throw them out, and while Wise is there, Maria being her briefcase, coming out, taking the ship, and flying all over. Then Blake would assemble the tower, and they would get there without any signal and pick them up, and they go to Atlas. Pretty simple plan, and honestly, the plan suffers mostly because they're relying on no interruptions. So, yeah, the plan should be a little bit more complicated, and I'm pretty sure my plan was better. Would you stop referencing how much your plan was better? Be better? I'm just saying it would be better. It would be better that we had episode 10, episode 11, episode 12 be fight between Blake, Adam and Yang. Then we had the final episode in which Blake pretends to be Wise's servant, and then blah 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 blah. It would be better. It makes sense. But yeah. So we get that. Now they are able to convince Jean's sister and her wife to help out. So, for example, if the two gods would be too chivalrous, Jean's sister could use her child to distract the two gods by having the two entertain him while they are carrying Maria, and they get in. So they leave. Also in this screen there is a little character that could be Neo disguised, but I don't know. If we're going by the timeline we have with Adam later in the chapter, I don't exactly know how would that work with Cinder though. But yeah, they go there. So yeah, they are waiting to get out of the reach of the signal so they can throw the gods down, and they don't just throw them off, even though I'm pretty sure they should be able to handle it. Like, they look like pretty bulky characters, or at least because of their outfit probably, and they do seem to have their ores unlocked, so I can imagine it won't hurt them that much, but still, they give them the parachute, and yeah. So they go there and they invest, and they basically control the ship now. Rwby tells Yang and Blake, and apparently Blake was able not to fall asleep on Yang when she was driving, because in the manga that happens. It was probably the best moment in the manga. I wonder if Yang ever uses Blake falling asleep on her as the advantage. Why are you thinking that? I don't know, I mean, it's just that the only thing Yang needs to do to have Blake fall asleep with her is to have her drive around and have her hold her tightly and basically feel comfort would make sense. But yeah, who cares really? They go there, and Blake has a little bit of a little funny moment in which she's like, "Don't worry, I can disassemble the relay tower. So, and I'm stealthier and faster than you." Yang takes offense to that, but I don't know why. I mean, Yang should know the power that Blake has. But yeah, she goes there to basically, I said something wrong, and they leave. So Maria and Wise turn back to go pick them up, but unfortunately they get find out because the signal that they had, and since apparently they didn't thought, maybe we should have Crow, be in the briefcase as well, have him fly into the ship before they're taken off, or maybe have him just fly near or something. I don't know, or maybe just have him be sent there and tell them that it's time or something. I don't know why, but since they don't have any way to contact, they get they get spotted and they're like, alright, they need to say something that will be believable. And Maria says what does sound accurate and it does make sense, but unfortunately, their operative, the person that was listening to it, knows that, yeah, the voice of this person is definitely not how our soldiers sound. Which I'm happy that Rwby actually does this. And I am shocked that many more people are praising Rwby for this. What do you mean? Well, it's just that it's a very running joke is that some people say something that, sounds barely accurate, but yet that person still lets them pass just because it's technically correct. I mean, even if it's just like the person is speaking very weirdly and the timing around some of the sentences is a bit weird. And it doesn't sound like someone naturally saying that. Or some of the things sound made up as like from just looking at the surroundings. But yet they always are believing that. So I'm happy that this one they bring out that, yeah, that doesn't sound correct. Like, yeah, it's just the correct saying, but the person is still not exactly what it sounds. So yeah. They go there, but Maria decides to go whole jokeski with us, and she basically tells Coraline, hey you bitch, I'm on the plane, and I'm having the thing, and I smuggled those, whatever she smuggled before, and I'm eating them on the plane. And Coraline goes mad bonkers, and the base of Arcus is apparently a giant Mac. I wonder how the hell did they get that there? Was it like built there, or was it walking from Atlas there, or was it transported there, or what I don't have any clue, but yeah, it's fucking awesome. So they go there. So yeah, it comes to them and fires at them. I don't believe they hit it that much, it seems just to be a little bit, whoa, shakiness. So yeah, Crow in the meantime thinks that this is all his fault, and basically is telling us how Crow has basically been feeling about this. But Rwby gives him a speech, which is, admittedly, I'm beginning to think Rwby should not be getting speeches. Maybe someone should tell Kunaverse, or maybe one of them should be like, I think Rwby so far doesn't have good speeches, so let's not give her speeches. But yeah, they agreed to fight the giant robot, and they said they were going to need Wise underground. Because, well, they would kind of need a summoning there, and they would kind of need some dust advantage and all that. So yeah. And also, Rwby contacts Yang and tells her what happened to Blake. And Yang goes to see where's Blake. And then we cut to Blake finding Adam. And he apparently thrown his mask away to replace it with a ribbon. So is that black ribbon Blake's, or is that just a random black ribbon he found? I don't know, but it's pretty the average. And to be fair, I feel like it does make kind of a sense to his face reveal we are going to get in the next chapter. Not saying that what it is, but the face reveal is pretty good. So yeah. Also, I kind of feel like there was going for a bit of a more of a big thing going with it. Like, he's wearing a black bow that reminds him of Blake, and that hurts him, but the humans have hurt him physically even more, so maybe that's kind of a thing going, but I don't know exactly. So yeah. Yeah, also, here's the timeline we get with Adam. We're going to the whole moving. First thing that happens is in volume 5, he's in the trees. After that, he leaves to go to the White Fang base. He kills everyone there. he then go gets the black ribbon because he throws his mask after leaving the base. Then he somehow gets on the train. I guess no one now spotted him. I mean, I think they used his volume 3 look, and since he didn't have his mask, which kind of makes sense, but again, there's still a whole hair thing. He did wear a hoodie though, so yeah. Somehow he disguised himself enough not to be spotted. He then leave, and then on the train, she actually did see him. There was no vision or something, and Adam basically was waiting for them to come, and now he strikes because he wants to fight her alone. Probably because it's a lot easier to beat her alone. Like, I can imagine that way he thought like, alright, if I fight all of them, I will definitely lose. But if I fight Blake, I have a 100% chance of winning. Because the way I see the power scaling is Crow, Adam, everyone else. I would put Blake a bit over higher. I don't think she's the weakest of Team Rwby. It's possible that Yank or Wise are the weakest too, because, well, for starters, Yank is pretty weak when it comes to leg attacks, and she doesn't seem to have any protection when it comes to if she gets hit on the legs, and Wise seems to using her glyphs to more than biggest and 10, so if someone's more acrobatic and faster, they would most likely get an attack of her, and I can imagine she has the weakest aura of all of them. But yeah. So yeah, that's his plan. They fight, and like I said, it's pretty clear that Adam has the upper hand, and Blake cannot really do much. I mean, she can get some advantages, like she can escape from him, she's able to throw them on the ground, but yeah, they end up falling down. He basically says, I'm gonna kill you, and all that, and Blake also says, forget about the past for your own benefits, which I can also imagine could be some comment on the people who are comparing Volume 6 to Volume 5 constantly. What do you mean? Well, you cannot say that Volume 5 hasn't been brought up in some ways, like, oh, Volume 6 is just a damage control for Volume 5. Oh, look, wait, so you're telling me in the last volume Blake was able to just one-shot at Adam, but now she actually can have a fight? What the fuck are they doing? I can just imagine, or maybe the people like, forget about the fight in Volume 5, it was shitty, we know it was shitty, we are ashamed of it. I mean, how? Considering the current time period, it makes sense for people to be saying, it makes sense that the universe is saying that. Forget about the previous one, focus on this and now. Why? Well, let's just say there's way too many movies, series, and cartoons that are like, this was perfect, this has no flaws, and our sequence is going to be exactly perfect. You are the flaws. So, I want to actually admitting their flaws and want to fix them. The next work they do actually makes sense. And everybody that complains about that, well, guess what? What? These people are actually more competent than you, because at least they can admit that they've done flaws, at least they try to fix them. But yeah, that's the way the episode ends, with Yang coming to see what's happening with Blake and help her, Blake facing Adam, and Maria versus everyone else in a giant mech. I'm wondering I'm wondering if these fights are going to get together in some point, like maybe when Blake and Yang are fighting him, they would somehow get in contact with a mech and Team Maru, and there will be a little climax when their team is going to have to fight Adam and the mech, or something like that. I don't really know. But it sounds flipping exciting, and I'm excited for the next episode. I also heard this could be the weakest episode of the volume, which is most likely because of the tone and the plan and the speech. But outside of that, I'm extremely liking this. But outside of that, the episode chapter is pretty fine. I think it's mostly because the other episodes were so, let's just say, better than most. So yeah. What do you think, Crystal? I like this chapter. I mean, granted, I could totally believe why it would be the weakest chapter, but still, I like it. So, alright. I hope you like this review. I hope you're gonna leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you people next time. Bye.